We live,
boys.
Not much, boys. Do you guys know the term phrogging?
No, what's phrogging?
Phrogging with a PH?
No, phrogging with a PH.
And I watched a show, and it's called Phrogging. Okay. And you'll know what phrogging is by the end of the story. So there was this white family, right, that moved to Hawaii.
Okay.
So they were from the U.S. They moved to Hawaii.
Typical.
It's a late typical taking up the people's land.
Taking the natives' land.
Of course.
Not for long.
And they showed like the neighborhood, what it looked like, and it was a pretty nice fucking suburban neighborhood on a hill. Mm-hmm. So it's this white family. It's a husband, a wife, a stepmom. So this guy has 2 children. He marries a lady, and they move to Hawaii together, right? The kids are like 10 or 12 or something like that. There's 2 of them, 2 boys. So they move to this place. And the wife starts hearing, like, weird noises and, like, creaks and shit like that. And she starts, like one day she's doing her makeup or something like that, and, like, she hears the front door slam. One day she goes into the garage, and, like, some of their moving boxes are toppled over, and, like, the shit is taken out of them, right?
Okay.
So she's like, what's going on? She brings it up to her husband, and her husband is kind of dismissive about it. So they keep going on, whatever, like, as white families do. They ignore all the signs of a problem. So one day, this is after like tension is slowly building up between this couple. Okay. So one day she asked the husband, "Hey, did you lock the door?" So he's like, "Yeah, I locked the door." Like he had just come up from locking the door right before then. He comes up and then I guess she doesn't believe him or whatever. She wants to double check. She goes downstairs. Of course, the door is unlocked. So they start arguing about that, right? So like tension is building more and more. He's being dismissive. This lady gets like obsessed with the doors being locked in their house. Mm-hmm. Like she's worried that like something's going on, right? Mm-hmm. One day they go to the movies and they're looking for this blanket on their couch. And they're looking everywhere. The blanket is always there. They can't find it. They start arguing about that. Okay. They leave. They go to the movies. And when they come back from the movies, the blanket is sitting there on the couch.
Oh, what the fuck?
Right? Some weird shit. So this is the first time the husband's like, okay, what's going on around here, right?
Okay.
So they're being a little freaked out. Then what happens? Oh, my God. I'm trying to remember this fucking story. Might have to cut this. I kind of want to look at my. I want to look at my. It's a long. It's like an hour long.
You have me interested.
I'm sorry.
On,
okay, hold on.
Keep it going.
Okay, so okay.
You can long story short it if you want to.
I don't want a long story short. It is the thing.
You got my interest. Now you gotta fucking.
Okay.
On, man. You got me on the line. You gotta hook me up.
Okay, so that happens, right? Then what else happens? Okay, so that weird shit's going on. Whatever. Oh, this is what happens. So then the wife goes out of town. Mm-hmm. The husband's there with the kids. He goes downstairs. They have like a dry erase calendar in their kitchen, and on the calendar is written, "Do as I did. Your training starts today," and then it says, "Clean house, analyze, set up devices," on their dry erase board. Right? He's like, "What is this?" This dumbass figures, "Oh, my wife must have told me, can you clean the house?" So he cleans the house while she's gone. He like mops the floor and all this shit. So she comes back. He never brings it up with her. He just thinks that's what happened. They all go out of town, and they go back to the U.S. They call it the mainland a bunch, and it pisses me off. It makes me mad. But what would you call it? The U.S.?
It is the mainland.
I guess it is mainland.
But it's also the U.S. and Hawaii. So can you say, hey, we're going to the U.S. if you're in the U.S., one of the U.S. territories?
The mainland is the right
Mainland's probably the best term for it.
I don't like it, though.
It's white people.
This white blonde family. Yeah. So we're back at the mainland, right?
So we're back to the mainland.
So they go to the mainland. They come back from the mainland one day. They had been gone maybe like 5 days or 4 days, something like that. Mm-hmm. And they pull up to their house. And the husband sees his expensive bike outside on their front lawn. And she's like, did you leave this here? And he's like, no, I didn't leave this here. So at this point, like, tensions have risen. Like, they've been arguing, stuff like that. The wife thinks something's going on. The husband thinks she's kind of crazy, but the blanket thing happened. But he's still not really, like, on board with anything's going on.
Yeah.
He just thinks the kids played a prank or something like that. So, things are really starting to happen now, and he's like, this is weird, right?
Yeah.
So they go up to the front door. He obviously didn't leave his expensive bike out. He starts pushing he unlocks the door, and he starts pushing on the door to open it, and it's not budging. So he keeps pushing it. He's like, what the fuck? He starts pushing hard, and he eventually sees that there's a guy inside of the house.
Yeah.
And the guy is, like, holding the door kind of calmly. And then I guess, like, after the husband starts really pushing hard, the guy peeks his head through the crack, and he's like, you have the wrong house. Like, please stop trying to come in. You have the wrong house. This is their house. Oh, he just unlocked the door to his house, and this guy is in his house saying this. So the guy is obviously very upset.
Yeah.
He grabs a sledgehammer
Shit.
from the garage area. I think they had opened the garage, and they see that it's trash. They see that all the boxes are everywhere. They see that someone had taken out stuff and kind of like placed it in different piles, like organizing it for themselves. So he gets a sledgehammer. The guy eventually just calmly opens the door, and he pulls the guy out into the front lawn. And the guy's just being casual the whole time.
Yeah.
The guy's like, I didn't have anywhere to go, and like, I thought this was my house and stuff like that.
Oh,
What the hell?
Crazy shit, right? So obviously they're extremely shocked. They don't know what to do. They call the cops. They're holding the guy there. The guy has a sledgehammer, but he's like, I'm not going to kill this guy in front of my family. And like, the guy came out calmly. What is he supposed to do?
So take my family in the house.
Take my family. And the whole time he's like, dude, imagine if like my kids had ran in first or something like that.
Exactly.
And this guy's in there. It gets worse. So they pull the guy out and he's on their front lawn, whatever. They're holding him. The guy's like shirtless. He's like shirtless in some shorts.
Yo, he was really
and barefoot.
at home.
He was at home. So the
He
cops
was
come.
chilling in this guy.
They start asking the guy, hey, what's going on, whatever. He
Yeah.
calmly talks to them. And, like, he has, like, a casual conversation with them. He explains to them that he didn't have anywhere to go, whatever. And, like, he's being super normal about it.
Yeah.
He's being very compliant. They put him in handcuffs. They take him to jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
They get him with a felony burglary. So the family is very distraught. They start going into their house after this has all happened, right? The guy's left. They're going back in their house. They're trying to see what happened. Everything in their house is like it's trash, but it's also like organized. Like he took all the cool stuff. So the husband has like a bunch of musical equipment.
Yeah.
He took a bunch of cool stuff and laid it out on the island, like as if it's on display, like as if he was doing inventory on their shit. It's like imagine you come home and like the clothes and stuff like that's on the floor, but like your laptop and like all this other stuff is like laid out like a museum.
He's probably trying to figure out what's upon.
He's trying to figure out. Well,
he was like, what should I keep?
no, this
Yeah,
guy's a
that's it.
fucking crazy person, dude.
Yeah.
So their whole house is trash. Everything is like that. Like he was taking inventory. Like he didn't steal anything. He just laid everything out. And they go to the whole house is trash. They go to the son's bedroom. The son's bedroom is spotless. He cleaned it. He did their laundry. He folded their blankets.
What the
He made their
hell?
bed. It's pristine, right?
What a nice guy.
He's a good guy. But wait, there's worse. There's more.
Oh.
It's going to make you think differently. They go into their bedroom. Guess what's in their bedroom?
Poo poo.
A camera.
No, but that would have been funny. A towel with 3 clean knives laid out on the bed.
Oh, okay.
And there's a
Well-
laptop. Their laptop is also on the bed.
Yeah.
The lady goes onto the laptop, and there's like a journal. He had written a journal, and it's called Rehabilitation for Omnivores. So this guy starts off this thing basically saying like, I've been studying this for a long time, and I've been waiting to commit to do this basically it's like experiments basically.
Yeah.
So it's notes on their family and like their family dynamic with each other.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Like their hobbies, their traits, like things that he observes about these people, and they're all kind of cynical. Like the wife and husband want to have a child, but they don't pay attention to the children they have now, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like cynical bad things that this person is observing about their family.
Oh, buddy.
So this lady starts reading this, and she's like, "How would he know this? This is like very private conversations that they've had, like about the baby that they want to have, just a bunch of different private like details that only someone who was in the room with them would know."
Yeah.
So she's like, "What the fuck?" She keeps reading it, and there's like a bunch of surgeries and like experiments that he wanted to commit on these people. There are surgeries
the
like how to
hell?
cut someone's arm off, like gender reassignment surgery.
Oh my
Like
God.
he wanted to like buy a surgical table, like surgical tables for sale, whatever the fuck. So this lady is like, Jesus Christ, this is horrible. Like, what is happening? So now it's really starting to hit them. And she reads all this. She's like, this is fucking crazy. On their web searches, he had looked up all the shit that he had written down. So and then she goes to another room where she has like a makeup table, and there's a laptop there also. This guy had recorded a video of himself. So she goes in the laptop, she sees the video, and she opens it, and it's this guy butt naked in her makeup chair doing his makeup. And it's like a twisted makeup tutorial. And he's like, "Hey guys, blah blah blah." And he's like talking about like,
my God.
and with this you can make your outer complexion brighter and like stuff like creepy shit like that, right? He recorded this on their laptop. It's like a whole video. This guy, they show the actual video.
Yeah.
Looks like some Samoan dude, like some shirtless mid-20s Samoan dude, and he's like doing his makeup in this lady's laptop, but naked.
Jesus.
So she's fucking freaked out, obviously. So at this point, she realizes this guy's been in her house.
Yeah.
Like obviously
For a minute.
He's
Yeah.
been. At first, she thought maybe it was a stalker, maybe it was whatever. Now she knows, okay, this guy was in our fucking house for a long time. So the guy's in jail. He gets out like a few days later. I don't know how. I guess he bails out or whatever. And they're like, "What the fuck? Like, I can't believe they let this guy out. This is insane." Right? So they're complaining, whatever. But they don't have to complain much because the guy gets caught vandalizing like a Buddhist temple or something like that. Mm-hmm. So he goes back to jail again, and this time for real, he goes to jail. So he gets sent to jail, and like a few months later, or like a month later, this guy kills his cellmate.
Oh Jesus!
And so after finding all this shit,
surprised.
this family finds out that he was living in their attic for who knows how long.
Wow!
For weeks to months, this guy was living in their attic. How do you not know that someone is living? And that is called phrogging, when someone is living in your house without you knowing. Not squatting, like you're in the house also.
That is horrifying.
How fucking insane is that story?
I'm trying to think, how would he be in there for so long? Or
It's
how did he
not
get
difficult.
in?
I mean, an attic is if you're not in a place where like here you couldn't do it, you'd fucking die. It's too hot.
Yeah.
If somebody were to live in an attic, right?
Yeah.
But if you were to do that in like somewhere in like the Northeast or some shit, I think you could easily live in an attic, bro. Because over there they have big attics too. You know what I mean?
And
Or
not
like
super duper hot.
I've heard of that happening. And also like the Midwest and Northeast, because like a lot of the houses over there, they have a lot of like basements. Sometimes the basements were connected to other houses.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they'll have like little like I don't know if we call them trails, but I guess they're like little trails that are paved in between houses underneath the ground.
Yeah.
And there'll be homeless people living there. Like I've seen people on Reddit, actual posts of
Fuck
people on
that.
Reddit like going into their basement, like, hey, I bought this house. It's an old house, like 2 years
Homeless
ago.
person.
Boo! This is my house.
Bro, listen, this guy on Reddit, he says like, oh, I bought this house like 2 years ago, and like I keep hearing noises in the basement, and he said he would go down there, he wouldn't find anything, and then one day, like during the day, he was just like stripping everything out of the basement, and he like pushed aside this shelf, and he found like a little door,
That's
and he opened it,
scary
and then
shit.
when he opened it, it's like a little like underground area, and he saw like little bunk beds, and he saw like empty like beer cans and
That's
shit.
fucking crazy.
So how did they get in? They got in from outside?
I guess you can get it from outside somehow.
Like, you know those like tornado where they swing open the two wooden doors like, get in! Everybody get in now, it's coming! Dude, that's fucking... I mean, this place was like in Hawaii. It was a big house. I'm assuming somehow this guy snuck in through the... I don't know how...
I don't know how he got in.
However
Or
he
just
got
broke
in, though, once you get in once, I think
you're
you're good.
in.
You're
Yeah.
set. Yeah. Because if you... This guy, he had wrote down, like, set up devices, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
he had a plan. You know what I mean? So he had...
Oh
cleared-
my god.
So now all of it hit them, like the doors opening and closing and like weird shit like that. This guy was obviously unlocking the door for himself, or maybe he had like unlocked a window so he can get in whenever he wants and they never noticed. That's insane, dude.
Why did he say...
Like a basement, I would keep a better eye on. I would lock that bitch up tight.
Yeah.
But someone being inside of my attic, dude.
Why was it
like
called
a-
like the rehabilitation of an omnivore?
The guy was off his rocker. He was a crazy person. Now, I didn't explain everything in super deep depth
Yeah.
because I didn't want to lose my place like I did earlier because it was a lot of
a lot
details.
going on,
It was a
yeah.
lot of details, guys.
Okay.
Watch the shit. But
This is a documentary?
it's a show. They have like a bunch of episodes. So this is the
Oh,
first
wow.
episode.
What's it
That's
called?
the first episode. Phrogging.
It's called
So this is
P-H-R-O-G-G-I-N-G.
Netflix or what?
Hulu.
On Hulu?
Hulu.
Interesting. There's one episode out
That's
of...
the first episode.
That's absolutely horrifying.
That's
Yeah.
scary as fuck.
It's
bro.
fucking crazy, dude. I can't. That's like my worst nightmare. And this guy could have killed them if they would have walked in like idiots. If they wouldn't have if they would have seen the bike and been like, oh, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
And they walked in. This guy could have just stabbed him like in
What
the
if
neck
it
or
was
something.
if it was another day and he was like, okay, it's time to start
Yeah.
experiments now.
The guy was waiting. He had plans and shit. And like in the little journal thing, he had put like, I've been observing them and like I've been planning this for a long time and blah blah blah.
Jesus
This guy was like off
Christ.
his rocker, dude. He called him he talks like he's an alien. Like these people are omnivores and like observing their life, but in a way that it's almost as if this guy has never seen a family.
So he was probably like eating their food and shit too.
He was eating their yeah.
He
I'm
was
sure.
living there.
How
He
did
was
they not-
living in their house.
Yeah.
After the blanket shit, I would have been like, okay, we're gonna get somebody to come look at the house or
Dude,
something. You know,
That's what I said. Like, because my girlfriend kept looking at me when the husband kept disregarding it, right? Because the wife the whole time thought something weird was going on. Yeah, and the husband kept telling her like,
calm your tits down.
"You're crazy, bitch."
Yeah, hysterical woman, calm
Yes,
down.
Slap her in the face. Look at me, Susan. There's nobody here
You're
but us.
acting crazy, woman.
You're acting crazy. Snap into it, woman. Hey, what are you doing? So yeah, the guy thought she was crazy.
Yeah.
But honestly, like the door locking thing, this guy said that he remembered, like he had just come up from locking the door. Like imagine you go to set your alarm and you go lay down in your bed and your girlfriend's like, "Are you sure you set the alarm?" You're like, "Yeah." And she goes and checks. She's like, "It's not set." you'd be like, okay, what the fuck? I just
Yeah.
said it. At that point, I think I would have been like, all right, what's going on? Like that door lock thing, I would have been like, either this lady's lying to me because she wants to cause a problem. Like she went down there and was like, see, she unlocks it. It's like, see, it was unlocked. But it was or something weird is going on. And I would have been like, something weird is going on. The blanket thing,
Yeah.
they left to get the couches in front of the door, like the front door.
Did they ever go into the attic after he left?
I guess not. And to be honest, like I have an attic. Because to get in an attic, you have to swing the thing down. You got to
Yeah.
drop the ladder. You
Yeah.
have to climb up. If someone was up there, I could low-key hide before the people get up. It's probably pretty easy.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a
like,
lot of places to hide in
wanna
an
see-
attic.
I want to see what his setup was like up there after they found him, so they could be like, okay,
They
we
probably had a
should've-
big attic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's call even like a.
He was just in the corner, just hiding for a year.
I mean, even if it's not that big of an attic, my house isn't that big, like my parents' house.
Yeah.
But the attic seems to be pretty fucking big because it's like the size of the roof, damn near.
yeah.
So like
for some people, yeah.
Or like insulation and shit. You could hide in a lot of places. Hide behind one of those
I don't
foil
think you do it in
pipes.
Texas, bro. It gets too hot, man. Like
Yeah.
my attic, for instance, my house is not even that big. Like not nearly as big as your parents' house, but like, I've had to do stuff like in the attic. I've had to like do work in there, like fix things up there and like put things in there, like storage and shit. Bro, it easily, like if it's 104 degrees outside, like it was this summer,
Yeah.
the attic is probably 20, 30 degrees hotter than that.
Don't go up there.
What's the weather like in Hawaii? What's like?
It's better. It's
it's
more.
way
It's
better.
It's
What's
like
a hot day in Hawaii?
Probably
Like
like 90, 80.
low 90s.
low 90s?
Low
See that'll
90s.
if he would have done it in the summer, that would have killed him. He probably did that shit in the winter. No, you know what? He did it in June.
I'm about to say, I
it was
think he's
June
just-
2019.
he's
It's
just
probably
crazy.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. And it's probably just not that hot in Hawaii.
He's also
compared to here.
believe it. He's also probably in the house more often than they think.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
he's probably
absolutely.
hiding in a closet more often than they think
Yeah.
in the AC. Like
I'm
not
just
in the
thinking,
attic.
how does he leave to get things or like?
He doesn't. He gets everything
Well,
from them.
okay, so also
I know,
there are other details that I didn't tell about the story. I hit the main points, but there was a part where the husband was doing like some work on his laptop
Mm-hmm.
downstairs, and he saw like a silhouette like outside of their window.
Oh,
like
why
imagine
yada?
imagine you're chilling right here and you see a silhouette right there, and you look and you're like, what the hell?
Forget
And you
it,
start
dude.
getting up to look, and then they walk away,
What
and by
the
the time
fuck?
you walk outside, they're gone.
Nah, that guy sucks.
So he was like maybe like the neighborhood
on, man.
kids or something like that. He was
Hell
like,
no, man.
but if you think about it, like you see someone out there, you wouldn't necessarily like go all out.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't
Bro.
go all out like freak out mode. You would be like, okay, someone was being weird.
I'm
what the
immediately
fuck's going on?
I'm immediately getting up if I see somebody right outside my window.
Yeah. Well, he did that, but the guy was already gone.
I'm going outside.
I'm bringing my dog.
He
with
also
me.
did that. The guy was gone. But I would be way more cautious than these people were, especially after that.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the
oh,
guy
yeah.
must have been, and then she said that when she was doing her makeup, she heard the front door open. This guy, I'm sure, was going in and out of their house, dude.
I'm sure.
He had her
dude.
front
was-
door open.
And
like,
the doors being unlocked and everything. The guy must have just been walking in and out all the time.
He must have just been breezing. No keys, just
Yeah.
breezing through, bro.
honestly, no one deserves to die, but they kind of deserve a guy in their attic.
You must have been some kind of idiots.
To leave your
for
door
real,
open.
man. Like,
If I go to my house once and my door is unlocked, if I forget to lock
Hell.
it, dude, I'm freaked
I'm
out.
freaking out.
I can't tell you. I've done this like maybe 3 or 4 times. I've had to check the closet in my living room just to make sure that nobody got in while I left the door unlocked.
I've done that before too.
You got to make sure, dude. Because imagine you open up, the guy's like, okay.
I don't know.
All
I feel
right.
like I have a pretty good, I have a pretty good habit of like I always lock. I think I've never really forgotten to lock. The door.
I've forgot a few
Oh my
times,
God.
but out of thousands and thousands of locks,
Yeah.
I've forgotten a few times.
I did that in college with a small dorm room. I left that bitch unlocked one time, and I came back and I was like, all right, let's make sure no one's in the closet.
Like I had
Damn,
like
a couple
friend,
of college boys, dude.
I had friends who went to A
or
and M.
ladies.
I had friends who went to A&M, and they would always leave their because they had that like duplexes off campus or a house off campus. They would always leave it unlocked
Crazy,
all
dude.
the time. I'd be
You're
like,
begging
why?
for it.
My
Why?
fucking tias and shit in Bronzeville, they leave their front door unlocked all the time.
No,
They leave. Well,
Why? It's
they
crazy
recently
to me.
started locking it like 3 years ago, but before that, literally always it was
I
unlocked.
can't
always.
imagine.
They
That's
recently
literally-
started locking.
Well,
You
'cause
are-
shit's getting worse around everywhere.
you're inviting people to come inside
Yeah.
if you leave your doors unlocked.
I guess
Yeah.
in some communities it truly isn't like an issue. Like in that neighborhood, I mean, since I was a kid, dude, for like 20 years, they left the door unlocked, and I'd never remember anything weird happening.
I
Man,
can't.
that's-
I think the
fathom
only
that,
thing that happened was one time, like their drunk neighbor pulled up, who they're cool with,
and
he-
opened the door.
Yeah, he showed up and he was just.
I'm shooting him too.
Yeah, I think they found him like sleeping like on the floor in front of their front door.
Oh, that's
It's like their
Nah.
next door neighbor.
Stabbed.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're cool.
Stabbed.
They know the guy like their whole lives, like decades.
Oh, so they can recognize him.
They can recognize him, but
Oh, okay.
still, it's a crazy thing to do.
yeah, man.
But that was the only time I think anything weird had happened. That's
Man,
wild stuff.
You're
But
getting poked up. In my
that's
house.
white families for you, bro. They don't question too much.
Jesus
They don't
Christ,
question
man.
too much.
They say, "Huh, Isn't that
Isn't that peculiar?
Isn't that peculiar?
Huh?
Curious. All right. Well, I've got work to do on my laptop, honey. I'll be in the study for a while. And this poor fucking wife, she's probably like some lady who married this rich guy because they live in this nice place in Hawaii. She's probably like, what the fuck is going on around this place? This guy doesn't know what's happening.
What's wrong with my fucking husband?
These dumbass kids. The kids didn't know? Dude, I was so curious and like observant when I was a kid. These kids didn't notice anything weird.
I would have noticed some
How
shit
old were the
going on,
kids?
man.
They were like 10 to 14. There was two of them.
I would have noticed some shit.
They were pretty young kids. I would have noticed some shit.
I mean, yeah, but I'm putting it on the father, bro. He gotta.
Yeah, man. As a protector of the
a
house,
stupid
you gotta
man.
fucking be on top of that shit, dude.
Yeah, I put it on the father as
Drop
well.
the ball hard.
Not
If
even
you
that. It's
were-
like if I'm working and I see a shadow walk in front of me outside, bro.
Well, okay, granted that happened near the very beginning. Like near when they first moved in.
It could have been in the middle, the end.
I agree. I would have walked out there with a gun
The
or something.
epilogue, the
and been
prologue.
like, I would have went out there and found whoever was walking around.
Whoever was walking in front of my shit is going to get
But
found.
you know what white folks will do in a movie, or in this case in real life?
What's that?
They'll walk outside. They'll take one peek out this way, one peek out to the right, and they'll be like, "Huh, I guess nothing's around." And they'll close the door and walk back in and pretend like it never happened. Forget about it forever.
I have a story about something creepy that happened to me recently too.
Oh boy, spooky Halloween stuff.
It's not too creepy. It's a spooky episode. So my girlfriend's been out of town and I've been alone. Well, not alone. I have my dog here.
Aww.
A man and his dog. So I've been sleeping, in the bed alone. And I came home from a trip the other night, was super tired, just passed down the bed. And I was sleeping, and I was like sleeping. I had like my arm like this, like just laid back.
Oh, that boy was
Just
knocked out.
So I guess I had like sleep paralysis, and
Oh.
it felt like something like was next to me on the bed, and then it got off the bed, and I heard it.
Oh.
Like I heard it walk like on the carpet, and I heard it go,
Uh-uh.
"Tu-tu-tu-tu-tu-tu," and then it pressed down on my hand that was on the bed, and it held it down, and it started whispering to me.
What'd it say?
I don't know what it said. It was unintelligible. I couldn't make out
Mimic
what
it was
said.
like
Something like that, like whispering, and then like
Oh,
I started
fuck
praying. I started
that.
praying in Arabic, and then I fucking woke up, and I was like, Jesus Christ!
Wait, all
man.
right. So what's going on? Because my cousin also says she gets sleep paralysis.
I don't get that very often.
But like
barely ever.
you can think you're conscious, but you just can't move, right?
Yes, you think you're conscious. You're not conscious though. You're like asleep, pretty much.
You're like half asleep.
Yeah.
But you are also a little bit awake, right? Because you're looking at your room, or are you imagining what your
somewhat.
room?
You're kind of looking at it. I guess in my head, you're imagining what it looks like. I don't think you're actually awake. I feel like you're like
Like,
half.
are you
awake.
looking at a distorted version of your room, or are you like looking straight and they're like, "This is my room," but there's like a filter of
Honestly, it was
creepy
kind
shit?
of distorted, and
Man.
for me,
Don't sleep on your back.
So maybe it is in your dream.
I was actually sleeping on my back
Don't
when that
sleep on
happened.
your back.
That's
That's
what
what
people say.
That's what causes sleep paralysis.
You know, it's
Yeah.
weird too. Like I've looked up accounts of like sleep paralysis. Like what happened to me was honestly not that bad. Like I was like, all right, whatever. I just went back
To
to bed
you?
right away.
Scared the fuck out of me.
Bro, there's people
I
who
wouldn't like that at all.
listen. There's people who like get deep sleep paralysis. There's people who get it frequently, and it's weird because they all report seeing the same shit.
Yeah.
They see like some kind of like shadowy figure, like a man with a very specific looking face.
Yeah.
And like these type of like teeth. And as if you look it up, it's weird because the same like people all across the world report this. They all see
That's the
similar
same
shit.
thing, yeah.
Wow.
Which is weird, right? Like you'd think like everybody would see something slightly different, but it's all kind of the same. So it's like, what the fuck is happening there, you know?
Why
That is
y'all getting
freaky.
sleep paralysis, bro? Just change the way y'all sleep.
That
What
must
you
be
mean, man? I'm just sleeping. I can't control that.
No, for sure. If you do not sleep on your back, you will not get that.
Sleep on your
Gio,
back
I
is
don't know if
mad
that's
comfy,
true.
bro.
It's one of the look. That's what
That's
it is.
mad
You
That's
what
sleep
it
on your
is.
back, you're gonna get sleep paralysis. That's your fault.
What? Fuck
I
that,
promise
man.
to God,
It's
if you
mad
sleep-
comfy.
You sleep on your stomach or you sleep on your side. you will
Sleeping
never
on your
get
back
that.
is not comfy, dude.
Sleep on your back is mad
Sleeping on your back
comfy.
is worse to
My
me.
neck never feels. My
I
neck
feel
always feels like it's up a notch. Like I can never feel completely
Then
straight.
you got a shitty pillow, man.
Dude, I gotta fucking. It's supposed to like my head sinks in there. What is yours? Yours is
I
like
got a purple pillow.
your shit sinks all the way down to like the mattress.
A little bit, kind of. It kind of goes. Yeah, actually, kind of does. It has like a nice cooling thing on it.
I just never feel comfortable laying on my. I just feel like I'm like being held already.
I'm mad comfy on my back.
It's just my neck, dude.
Hey, yo.
Sometimes I'll switch over. that sounds gay as hell. Sometimes I'll fucking switch over to my side.
Okay.
But most of the time, it's like
on your back.
half on my back, half on my side.
You don't want to sleep on your stomach though.
I sleep my stomach
you're,
all the time.
You're a
That's
baby.
the best.
If you're
Demon-
sleeping on your stomach, you're a baby.
Demons are
the
gonna
best.
fuck you, dude.
You got the booty
Demons
cheeks
are gonna
out.
fuck you good.
Yeah, you're
Oh
just-
no, they're gonna fuck me.
You're just presenting the
Oh,
cheeks.
like I don't want that. Oh, pull. Oh no.
I'd rather have that than sleep
Bro,
paralysis.
you're serving it up bon appetit, man.
Hey.
You're serving up the cheeks.
Whoever if you found your way to my room and I'm ass up, you got it. You deserve whatever.
So
you
your
came
belly-
for.
Gio's gonna pretend he's still asleep.
So your belly
Pull
is,
his panties to the side.
your belly's flat on the bed,
for sure.
and your head is like on the pillow.
yeah.
What's your legs looking
That's
like? You got one
nuts.
up like you're scaling
I
a mountain.
got one like straight and one at a 90-degree angle.
You sleep
Okay.
like a baby, bro.
and I sleep like that motherfucker.
That's
Gio, I
crazy.
did that for years, but you know why I stopped doing it? Because I would wake up and my ribs would hurt.
It's not good for you.
Like my rib,
I heard it's not good for digestion
I would
and shit
sleep
either.
on this rib all the time.
That
It's not
makes a
good.
lot of sense.
Yeah, I've heard like laying on your left side is best for
Man,
digestion.
why don't they tell us? I'm about to say, what is good for us?
There's a lot of secrets
We don't learn
that
any
they
of that in
don't tell
school.
us. Yeah.
They don't tell us anything.
Too many secrets they don't fucking tell us. That sleep paralysis. That's weird how so many people see the same thing. That must be
It's
like
strange, right?
that must be like some biological evolutionary like.
That's,
if you see like snarling teeth, this is a
You know,
problem.
that's exactly what I thought too. Like,
Yeah.
It came down from our ancestors who probably like at night when they were like, scared of warring tribes or whatever. They probably imagined that shit.
yeah.
And it would keep them on their toes. So I think it's still passed down to. I don't think we're visiting some kind of shadow realm.
No,
Yeah.
I feel
No.
like everyone has like the same guy in their head.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's just fear. Like
It's just a Slender
so
Man.
the personification of fear.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It's,
a
that's
Slenderman.
the best description of
It
it.
truly is just Slenderman. Yeah, snarling teeth is scary. That's definitely a sign of something bad's coming. Snarling sharp
It's
teeth.
not inviting.
Yeah, I've
No,
heard.
it's not.
I've heard like another thing where apparently this is what they say. Like the chemical makeup of like sad tears and happy tears is different. Like sad tears apparently stick to your face more because something about evolutionary shit where like if members of your tribe or whatever see that you're sad, you can be consoled. So it's like something to bring like society together.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I like hearing about stuff like that, man. It's so interesting to me, like how people were for like hundreds of years. You know what I mean? Because we've been around for like in our current form for hundreds of thousands of years. Obviously, they didn't have like technology like us, but they were also built like us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like, and a lot of the things that we have, like feelings, emotions, like reactions, are from them.
Yeah.
Right. It's like what prompted us to have a lot of those things, like anxiety. Right. Like why are people so anxious nowadays? It's not like everybody, but there's a lot of people who are. They'll be in line at a Chick-fil-A and they'll be anxious to give their order. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, does that come from like their ancestors who were very anxious in their community? Like, where does that come from?
That is weird, yeah. And it's weird to think that we're always evolving. Like, even though it's very, very slow, we're always evolving. Like, we're in the middle of evolution right now.
Yeah.
So not everything is perfect.
It never
Like your
stops.
wisdom teeth or something like that. Like, why do we have that or whatever? It's because we haven't evolved to get rid of them because we don't need them or whatever.
Oh, that's the super. I hate wisdom teeth, bro. That is the one
Get
thing.
rid of everything I don't need. Get rid of my appendix. Get rid of God.
Yeah, well, I mean, because how do we work together as a society? Isn't that crazy? Like, there must be all these evolutionary, like, deep level things that cause us to want to be around people and find, like, comfort in being around people and shit. Like, why aren't more of us crazy? Or, like, want to go rogue and, like, go off the map? Like, why are we all so in line?
Well, it's like societal rules and shit.
Yeah,
like
societal rules. Like we learned that actions have consequences, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're like,
Yeah.
if you kill somebody, like all right, I might have to go to jail,
that. Yeah.
or I might be hung or some shit. So that's why
I might
people don't
be
do it.
hung.
I guess survival. Like, you want to survive, and to survive, you have to fit into this.
You have
or
to
else-
learn to adapt, and those who
Yeah.
don't end up on the fringes of society. That's why we have so much such small populations of people like who commit murders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Relative to the entire population.
Scared
because-
them all away.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna punish you real bad if you do that again.
yeah. And
If
hopefully,
anyone does it.
hopefully it keeps shrinking, right? Like hopefully it keeps like those types of people who do those things will just die out, and it's just less and less. But who knows?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I don't know, man.
I mean, that whole anxiety thing, technology is changing everything. Technology is like filling a gap in a lot of things. Like, it's hard to commit crime, stuff like that. You know, like, they have your GPS all the time.
Yeah.
You can't just go kill somebody.
You're gonna get caught nowadays.
If you
It's
go
so
pop
difficult
someone-
to do something and not get caught.
Well, I wasn't thinking about killing. I was like, okay, if I rob somebody or like rob a store.
You can still get caught.
You're gonna get caught.
If you take
sure.
somebody's phone, most people take
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah.
Boom, they're gonna catch your ass. They find my iPhone, bitch. I know where you are.
Yeah, like there's so many things, dude. People's Ring doorbell cameras, so many things. Like, sometimes when I'm leaving my apartment, I have to pass like 4 Ring doorbells.
Oh, it's so fucking. I feel
I'm just
so
like,
scared.
Oh, bro, I
Yeah.
got this place locked down like Fort Knox, bro. I got cameras I have cameras inside, cameras outside. I have locks everywhere.
Yeah, cameras
You know
in the
what I mean?
bathroom, cameras everywhere.
Yeah, bro,
dude.
cameras in the bathroom, right up the culo.
right up the culo, dude. Right in the shower drain. Got
It's a
pointed.
special ring for you.
Yeah, I think the anxiety thing comes from technology, though. I think it's because like we're so closed off from stuff that we don't like in certain like maybe depending on your mood. If you don't have the best mood today, and you're not in the mood to face society, you just don't know what to do and you break down. Maybe like someone who's in a better mood, they're okay some days, they're not okay some other days. When before you're around people so much, you wake up, you see your family, whatever, like you talk
Okay.
to people more
Yeah,
in
that's
real
valid.
life.
That's
Like
valid.
it doesn't make you feel as scared. But if you're chilling on your phone for like all day Friday and then the next day Saturday evening you go somewhere and you feel anxious.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, because you didn't make contact with a human for the last like 36 hours.
And now you're around nothing but humans.
yeah, and so you're
That
gonna
is
freak
actually-
out.
That's a very good.
That's how it be like when you're flying, man. Like
Yeah.
you're filled in this place of people like you don't really know, right? And it's just like you guys are sharing this experience and you're all going somewhere. It's like you ever see when people are like getting upset at fucking places?
Yeah.
Like getting upset. Like it happens a lot of airports and fucking on airplanes. People are getting upset, bro.
I don't
Like, it's
know.
a very
frustrated.
stressful time though.
But
For, like
it's-
families and stuff, it's very stressful.
If
I
you
get
go
it.
on time, you're good, dude. It actually doesn't really
But
take that long
we
anymore.
we
Yeah,
are
it doesn't.
talking as like people with no kids and like
That's
we go
true.
travel. Some people might be going to a fucking funeral. They might be going to some shit that they don't want to go to. They
That's
might be
true.
going to like a stressful event. So
Kids
they want to
fuck
get there on
everything
time.
up, dude.
And then they might have kids.
Kids
You
are
don't
a
know.
problem. Like they're
Periods.
They're such a liability.
Yeah.
I'm taking this 2 little shits with me to the airport,
To the airport.
and I got to get these guys.
You gotta pop their shoes off.
Yeah, I gotta pop their shoes off. I gotta get them awake. I gotta get them fucking on the plane. Like I gotta get them
That's-
eating.
And you have to make sure your belt is off,
Yeah.
your shoes are off, your coat is off.
Oh.
But nowadays they've like because I've been going to the airport recently for trips. Like they've actually upgraded a lot of shit at our airport to where
Yeah.
like if you have iPads and all that shit,
Yeah, they let you
laptops,
buy.
you don't have to take it out of your backpack. You can leave it in your backpack, and you do still have to take your shoes off.
Yeah, because now you don't take anything out, right? You just
Yeah.
throw the whole backpack in the tray.
Or
Or
the-
and
the
then
little
you
bag
scan
of
it.
liquids, you gotta take it out still.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
liquids or anything, you gotta obviously drain all those and
Yeah.
shit.
You know what I've
I'm always
heard?
chugging water before I get to the fucking thing.
I've heard like when they scan your body, like when you go in the phone booth and they do the circle scan or whatever,
Yeah.
or however they do the scans depending on where you are. I heard they can see your meat.
They probably can.
Oh,
think
I don't
see the
agree.
outline of
I
your
don't
meat.
consent to that anymore.
I don't consent. I would rather not. I don't want you to see my penis, ma'am. Ma'am, you're insisting.
How can they?
Not
I've
me.
seen the screen. How can they see your meat?
Well,
Unless my meat that small.
But we don't-
When
we
I
don't-
look at it, I don't see it.
we don't see ourselves in the screen. We just see our bag.
Imagine all the radiation they're just
know what I
fucking,
mean?
they're just fucking dousing you with as you walk through that
Nah.
shit.
I'd like to hope they
I
figured that out.
I hate that we have to consent to
Because
that
you don't
shit.
see yourself. You don't see like you standing there in the thing. You just
Yeah, you
see.
do.
I've only seen my bag. I've never seen like the picture of what they see when they're looking at me.
No, when you walk out the thing on the other side, they're literally like 2 agents standing right there. They're looking at the screen of like what you could have.
Well, really?
Yeah.
I've only seen that with.
People just be saying shit.
I've only seen that. Well, maybe they have a deeper one that they can
In the
see.
back, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a guy jerking off, looking at everybody's naked.
That's a big one. That's a small one.
They have one at every airport.
See tits, You see ladies' tits and stuff. Yeah, super pervert. You can't give someone the keys to look at everyone's meat and stuff.
Bro, who
That
cares,
can't be
man?
true.
Every time I go to a
too much,
bar,
too much power, too much responsibility.
That's a
bro.
lot of power.
What's the quote from Spider-Man?
with
great power
great
Comes great responsibility. Dude.
Exactly.
Poor Spider-Man, dude.
Every time I go to a bar, they pat you down anyways. You gotta have that weird moment where the guy touches your dick a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh.
They touch your front. They never touch my front.
Yeah, they do.
They touch my sides.
They go like through. They go around the front.
Oh, you
like
know
a
what they
belt.
kinda
I hate
do.
going
They
to bars
kinda
where they
do.
do that.
Yeah.
I get why they do it though, to make sure the motherfuckers not bringing in knives and guns.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing that.
They
bud.
do wrap you up a little bit. Yeah, they
And they get all close and they
run
hug
their
you.
hands down to your ass. And then they go down one leg, like they go inner
Yeah.
thigh, outer thigh, then inner thigh, outer thigh to the other one.
Damn,
Bro,
man.
get your hands off me.
They give you a little kiss on the neck.
Yeah. Give you a little kiss on the neck. You're good. You're safe.
Bro,
You're safe. I love you.
can we get
Go
a
ahead.
robot to
Have
do
fun.
that job, bro?
Yeah. I don't want a robot groping me.
I don't
That's
want that
fine
either.
with me.
What's going to be the first robot job? It's got to be cashiers, right?
Cashiers and
Yeah.
truck drivers.
Or like waiters too.
Uh,
Is it truck-
Waiters are on the way out.
I think what they're doing with waiters. Sorry to interrupt you, Omar.
No,
Well, I
go
think
ahead.
what they're doing with waiters and like I guess no, waiters not the proper term. Servers. They don't like being called
People
waiters.
of waiting. A person of waiting.
So what they're going to do with servers, and what they're already doing is if you go to places like Shake Shack, shit like that. They have like iPads and shit.
Yeah.
And then same thing with like Chili's, where you just place your order through the iPad.
Yeah.
And then somebody brings it. It's like a food runner, not a waiter.
Okay, so a person brings it. One day, a fucking little robot that looks like an ice chest will bring it to you on a little platter, and you take it off.
There are some places
robot's
that
head.
they have that where they have a little robot that rolls to the table.
Yeah.
And has a little tray.
They have that stuff in Japan, but I didn't go when I was there. Like a robot restaurants.
Yeah, I heard
yeah.
Chipotle's they're trying to do like sell. I think you would just grab it. Like I don't think a robot's gonna bring it to your table, but like a robot will make the bowl. So
Can I
you put what you
self-serve?
want. Wait, what?
Can I self-serve?
Can I self-serve?
I'm gonna put a real
Like a
scoop of
buffet?
chicken.
Yeah. Bro, what is up with these guys? They need to get a certain spoon for every little topping, and they need to fill that whole spoon when they do the dump because
Yes.
y'all gotta be nice when y'all go there.
no, I'm super
I am
duper
nice.
nice. It's just the people, or
I be
sometimes
getting love when I go in there.
if they're almost out of rice, they don't want to give you all the rice because they know someone behind you might ask for more rice. They don't feel like changing it, so they just skimp you to save themselves like the trouble of replacing the rice.
The only thing I
Fuck
never
that.
get enough of is beans. They never give me enough beans.
With me, it's a battle between rice and chicken. Sometimes
Okay.
I'll get way more rice than chicken. Sometimes more chicken than rice.
It's always a battle for chicken.
It's
for me.
upsetting, dude.
It's
What I
always
realized
a little scoop they
When
give.
you do when you split the protein and you get two, they go crazy.
Yeah.
We could do that. You can be like, hey, can I get part chicken,
Oh,
part
you-
beef?
Yeah.
And it's not extra.
No, well, you're gonna have to pay for like the most expensive one. So like,
So
if
you just pay
have-
for beef in that instance.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna get
That's
half
actually not bad.
brown, half white, and then half chicken, half steak.
Now half rice is I don't know about
Yeah.
that one. That's a little
Half
crazy.
fry is weird. I don't know what I want.
Now I've got 50%
I would look at you crazy
more.
too. I'd be like, fuck this guy,
I've seen it, and it is great.
Ew.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Yeah,
bro. It's just rice.
it is just
It's
right.
not gonna be like a crazy taste difference.
I wonder what some of these like bizarre like food orders they see is like just rice, sour
meat.
cream, and fucking lettuce. That's it or something.
I
like,
once,
like
I once
get shit
knew
like
somebody
that.
that would go there and she would get rice, beans, no meat, sour cream, guacamole, and lettuce.
not even bell peppers. You get bell peppers?
Nope.
That's gross.
What are you eating then?
Bitch was eating green.
You're just eating rice. You're just eating rice
She was-
and guac, but
Yeah.
that's it.
Hey, was she like a vegetarian or vegan?
No, no, she was just dumb.
That's a great answer.
And I was like, "You're not gonna get no meat." She's like, "No, I don't want any." I was
She's
like,
No,
Just
she was
dumb.
just dumb.
No, I don't need that.
I'm not gonna sit next to you while you eat this monstrosity bowl.
Yeah, I can't be seen out in public
Not at all.
with someone who's eating a bowl of rice and sour cream and guac. I mean, what are you
What are you
doing?
doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Imagine tomorrow you wake up, Omar, your girlfriend tells you, I want to be a vegan.
I could deal with
As
that.
long as she doesn't make me be a vegan, I'm
No,
okay with that.
Dude, if she's a vegan, you have to be a vegan.
Fuck no.
That's how it's going to... You cannot go
She
places to eat with vegans.
She can't bash me, dude, for eating meat. She was just eating meat today. Mine. No, I'm just kidding. No, but she was just eating meat today. She was eating some leftover ramen.
I'm saying in the hypothetical situation.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. I'm not saying she's actually going to become a vegan.
Well, because if she became a vegan, I'd be cool with that. But if she tried to backlash me, then I would have
She
to
would
be
try-
like,
No, but if
hey,
she would
that's
back-
Think
not.
about it. It's going to become difficult to find places to eat, so you're going to have to start eating more vegan places.
I see what you mean now. Yeah. Okay. So,
No,
because
but-
we're both eating similar meat. If we're cooking a meal, it has to be vegan. Because
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm sneaking meat in there.
I'm making meat in front of you
Oh,
and beat
Searing
mine
up,
in the
searing
bathroom.
up some bacon and some sausage and shit.
I don't see.
Don't it smell lovely?
Doing some of these vegans, like, listen, at the end of the day, I think in 50 years, we're going to look back and be like, hey, we shouldn't have been doing that to these animals. This is wrong.
We're going to be eating like lab-grown meat and shit like that.
And it's going to taste exactly like it's supposed
It's
like.
going to taste the same.
So that's what I think is going to happen. But I don't like the fact when vegans like bash for that. I think it's good to try to spread the idea of veganism and like, hey, just try to educate yourself and see that like this is fucked up.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, don't do it. I don't think you should get on your high horse about.
I do.
veganism.
I hate vegans.
Yeah, I don't hate them.
I hate them.
It's just certain, but because most vegans you meet aren't like that.
Yes, they are.
I've literally never met a vegan who's like
And I've met
who's like-
three.
that sass you for eating meat.
Yes.
That's sass you.
That sassy.
I probably met like
You
one or
giving me
two that
lip
sass
about
you.
eating meat?
I've
No.
met really cool ones who are like, what, like that. It's your choice. Do whatever you want. And I
Yeah.
have met some like Gio said too that'll sass you.
Bro, that was
I've met
sassy.
vegans that every vegan I met is honestly keeping it under wraps. They're not even telling like I don't even know they're
Keeping
vegan
it under
until
wraps.
you're supposed to eat, and they're like, I'm vegan.
They come out of the closet.
Yeah, they
then.
come out of the closet like, gigs
I'm
up,
a vegan.
I'm vegan.
jigs
so
up, dude.
I-
I gotta tell them the truth.
I've met vegans that have posted like shit on like social media. Every time I go to their profile, they're posting about it.
Yeah.
When I hang out with them in person, they're like, "Ugh, you eating chicken?" You know what they did to a chicken
You're
yesterday?
contributing to the factory farming
Man, suck my dick.
catastrophe.
You're disgusting,
Is
Gio.
it catastrophe? Yeah. You're disgusting.
You're
It makes me
disgusting.
sick,
Tell them
Gio.
to suck my dick from the back.
I didn't eat a chicken burrito this morning or anything.
Not at all.
I wouldn't do something like that. It's filthy.
I don't care, bro.
Yeah,
I'm at that point now. I'm getting old really quick. I'm getting to the I don't give a fuck anymore point.
About anything? Like about opinions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting to that point where like we're truly
I'm getting
becoming
crabby.
secure with ourselves.
Yeah.
Like really finding out, all right, I like this, I don't like this, like no other opinions are really swaying me. Like this is this is my personality.
That's
Yeah.
a, that's
This
a
is
good
what I
way
like.
to sum it up. I definitely agree that I'm kind of getting there. Like, I think I might already be there. I'm pretty like
You're
I know
settled.
who I am. I know what I like.
Yeah.
Like I'm always open to try new shit
Yeah.
too. Right. Like the other week I tried fucking pizza with clams on it, and I was like,
Did you? Was it good?
it was actually
pizza?
fucking amazing.
I've
It
heard
had
seafood
white
pizza's
sauce,
good.
clams, and then you got a little lemon. You just put the lemon on the top.
Oh,
What kind
okay.
of cheese?
I don't
Regular?
know, some kind of like white cheese, some kind of like it was either Parmesan or Pecorino Romano, something like that.
All right.
Fucking delicious, actually.
You
That
can put
sounds
anything on
tasty.
pizza and it is just fine.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Bread
I
and
kind of
As
cheese.
agree
long
with
as you
that,
know
yeah,
how to
that's
mix
true.
it together, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Bread and cheese goes
Bread and cheese
stupid
gold.
hard, dude.
Man, I had a cheesesteak at 1 a.m. last night, and I was like, bro, this is so simple, and it works every time.
Oh man.
That shit was fire.
I fucking love cheese, dude. Cheese is
Cheese
so
is
good.
so great.
You know what I love doing? If I had all the money in the world, I'd be the nastiest glutton you've ever seen. I think. I'd be going to, dude, Kroger. You know how they have that little stand where they have the ladies that are cutting up cheeses and they're putting them out for like $5 for this little
Yeah.
sliver of gorgonzola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love getting shit like that sometimes. Just munch on some cheese.
I close my eyes when I walk by it.
Yeah,
You
can't.
munch on the cheese solo?
Sometimes I'll munch on the cheese.
Oh,
solo.
yeah. hell
nasty
yeah.
boy.
It depends
I
on the
can't do
cheese.
that.
A nice sharp cheddar.
Bro, pimento? Oh.
I like cheese, but I can't munch on it solo. You're nasty.
A nice
boy, man.
pepper.
I
You don't
used-
eat just cubes of cheese?
I used to when I was a kid, but now I need like a cracker. I need like some meat. I need like a
Hell
nice
nah.
gabagool or some shit.
Gabagoo.
Gabagool. man.
A little scamoichi. A little.
Yeah, something,
Bro, I have
bro.
a problem where if I buy like the little thing of cube cheeses and shit,
Yeah.
I will go to the kitchen and every time I go in there, I will grab one.
And it's a problem.
And
Yeah.
it's a problem.
Yeah, because cheese will sneak its way into you. Because you know what the serving size on those cubes are.
A lot.
Like 2.5.
But it's pretty like it's very low carb and high protein though, so
Yeah.
it's not like too bad.
But I know I
But
shouldn't
once
be
you eat a
doing
bunch of them.
it. You feel horrible.
Dude, I got some
Like-
little at Costco. Fucking Costco, dude. That shit's expensive. I'm not even going anymore,
Nah, man, Costco has good shit. Depends
I've
on
done
what
the
you
math.
buy.
You know the problem is I've done the math on it, like
It's
toilet
really
paper.
it's not that cheap.
It's not that much
You're
cheaper.
just buying mad shit.
Exactly. Like paper towels. Let's say I get a fucking 36 pack of paper towels in Costco, and then I have to get 3 12 packs at Walmart or
It's
something.
gonna be
like
way
that.
more expensive at Walmart.
Nah, dude. It's only like $3 more, $2 more, maybe.
That, think about $3, $2 more adds up if you're buying 10, 15 things.
I guess
What's
so.
10 times $2 or $3?
But it's
$30. That's
That's so little.
every dollar counts in inflation, bro.
Because how
But
many
think
times
about
I
the
buy
membership? You got to pay the membership there.
Yeah, and
you
how
do, but
many-
listen, like the way my membership works is I get like 3 or 4% back
Oh, okay.
a year, so my membership is basically paid for by me shopping.
What do you have, like a special one?
I have the executive membership.
This fucking guy.
I have the black card.
How'd you get your hands
Let me
on
see.
that?
I don't have my wallet, but if I would, I would
How'd you
whip
get
out
your
my
grubby
Costco.
mitts on that?
I applied for it.
You just like had to pay more, or did
I
you
think
get
it
it
was
through
like,
your
it was
job
like,
or
it was
what?
like 120 for a year. I just
Okay.
paid 120, and then
That's
like
damn near the same thing. I think what's the regular, like 90, right? Or
no, regular is
75?
like 60.
Oh, that's
for,
pretty cheap.
for a basic location for a basic membership.
Okay, I have
One
the
day-
basement, so it must be that much.
One day I'm just gonna put a chair outside of Costco and like watch everybody put all that shit in their cars. 'Cause it just cracks me up. Like when y'all say like 36 pack of toilet paper.
Yeah, I
That
have it in the garage.
sounds
I have it in the garage. I
hilarious.
have that, and I have the fucking paper towels because it's good to buy that stuff because it's like I don't want to buy that often. I don't want to
Yeah.
have to go to HEB or like the
annoying.
store and frequently buy.
Oh, you
small
don't want to
shit.
be in the bathroom and be like, fuck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm out.
Weaving through traffic in Costco is a nightmare sometimes.
And that is,
dude.
yeah,
Jesus
there's a ton of people. There's a lot of foot traffic.
So
people are
inconsiderate.
people are oohing, yeah, very inconsiderate. They're oohing and awing. They're stopping
Yeah.
at all the product, myself included.
They're
Myself
moving
included,
on.
but I get my card out of the way when I do that. When
Yeah.
I go look at the blenders and the cool chairs and stuff, I get my card out of the way. Other people just leave it like damn near in the middle.
Yeah, that is true.
It's
They do that
crazy.
everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I was like. I'm telling you, dude. I don't know if I'd be a good person if I had so much money, dude. I'd just go in there and fucking yell at people and stuff with no
I have money.
consequences. Yeah.
You listen to me.
You, by the
can't
way,
get
I
fired.
have money.
Go ahead, post a clip of me on the internet. They can't fire me. I have no job.
Is that funny?
I won the lottery 2 years ago. I'm set for
That's
life.
the best threat they can do is I'll post a clip of the internet.
Oh, dude, I see tons of those,
Hilarious.
dude.
People
I've been
freaking
watching
out.
tons of Karen videos and tons of police videos, like people getting arrested for stupid stuff.
Oh my
And some of these Karen videos are out of control. I saw one of the white lady yelling at this group of Germans on a train in New York.
Why? Because
They
yelling at them.
were hammered. It was her and her boyfriend. They were out on a date, I guess, on the train. And
Yo.
the video starts. She's already yelling at this. It's like 4 German dudes. They're sitting they're looking at 2 and 2, looking at each other. And she comes up and she's like, "No, what are you saying? What did you say in German? What did you?" And she's yelling at them. She's thinking that like they talked about her.
Yeah.
And the boyfriend's behind her, like trying. He's like, "Come on, please."
Yeah.
He's like, "Please stop doing this. Please stop doing it." It's probably so embarrassed.
Yo, I hate that because if they start squaring up, it's just
Oh,
you
man.
versus 4 guys.
That's
They-
that's like the Key and Peele skit, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like where it's like the girl starts
Yeah.
talking shit and the guy's just like,
yeah.
oh fuck.
With like a big dude
oh,
or
yeah,
something.
she was like,
Oh, my God.
She would look at him, she was like,
That's why I never want to I'd never want to go for a girl that like gets into shit like that or gets
Oh,
into
yeah.
squabbles. I could never stand for that. Fuck that. I am not gonna fight your battles if you're getting into some dumb bullshit.
If it's
I'm not
me-
fighting 4 Germans for you on
Yeah.
the train.
No.
Yeah.
What am I, John Wick, dude?
Yeah.
What am I, Brad
Seriously.
Pitt in Bullet
Who
Train?
am I
I'm not
supposed-
fighting
yeah.
these guys.
How the fuck am I gonna fight 4 guys?
They're gonna fuck me up. It's a train.
Yeah.
There's one path.
And after they fuck me up, what do they think they're going to do to you?
They're gonna
Yeah.
stomp you out, you drunk bitch. What are you doing to us? The guy is like holding their back, and at some point he's like, let's just say her name is Melissa. He's like, Melissa, if you don't stop, I'm never gonna speak to you again. As he's telling her that like out
He said
loud.
that?
Yeah, and she's like, she turns around, she's like, babe, I love you, but I have to. He's like,
But I have to. That's so funny.
he's like, they're not talking about you. He's like, no, but he's like, they're not talking about you. They're not talking about you. He's like, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. And then eventually he sits down and it's over.
That is fucking hilarious.
That's so funny.
And
dude.
she got fired apparently. So it was the whole story was like, should she have got fired? Yeah, 100% she should have got fired. You kidding me?
Oh my god.
It's a
I don't
horrible
know.
woman.
Hey, listen, man. I think she was out of place, but I don't think she should have been fired.
Nah, dude.
Fired from her job?
Imagine you
She
went-
didn't fucking like beat
Imagine
them up.
You
But-
work with Germans.
She's yelling at them in public. They're tourists. They're German tourists. Imagine
Yeah.
you look on the internet and your coworker was yelling at some Vietnamese tourist for like 6 minutes.
And you're trying to get a
Racist-
raise.
like racist stuff.
Oh,
or-
horrible! Yeah, she's
Oh,
talking.
she was saying racist shit.
Oh,
I didn't know
I
that.
should have went. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know
she was
that.
saying.
Yeah, you didn't clarify.
She was saying, "Go back to your country," calling them.
Oh
telling
no,
them,
that's
"Fuck
bad.
you."
That's bad news.
Yeah,
Whoa.
telling
Okay,
them,
that's
calling
bad
them
news.
terrible
a white
things.
person being
Racist
against
white
other white people.
Go back to your country where my ancestors probably came from.
That is crazy.
Oh yeah, so she's like fucking immigrants and blah blah blah, and then her boyfriend is like, he's like, I'm an immigrant, right?
Did he really?
Yeah, I
That's
think
so
he
funny.
looks like an Arab dude. He looked like a white Arab dude.
Oh no.
He's like, I'm an immigrant, right? He's like, I wasn't born here, and she's like, yeah, but it's different. You're different.
It's
Yeah.
not different.
I
we're
swear,
breaking up.
dude.
We're breaking up right there.
the
That's
fuck?
fucking crazy. Yeah.
I bet he broke up with her ass.
I'm sure
I
he
would
did,
hope
dude.
the guy did.
Yeah, dude. So speaking of like, I heard like a bit. Sam Morril, the comic.
Yeah.
He was saying in a bit, because like you were talking about yelling at people in public. He was like Tinder, like those Tinder questions they ask you when you first sign up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what music you like and this and that. He's like, they shouldn't ask things like that because you could obviously get along with somebody who likes different music from you, right? Like
Yeah.
my girlfriend likes Taylor Swift. Let's pretend like it doesn't matter if I like her. He's like, what they should ask you like is things like. How likely are you to yell at me in public and stuff like that? He's like, that's information that'll come in handy later, which is true.
Oh my
Why
God.
do they ask weird things like that? What's your favorite movie?
Because it's just like the very base
It's
level.
icebreakers.
Yeah.
Base level of interest that they're trying to get. They can't ask the deep questions because then the crazy motherfuckers are gonna lie. They're gonna be like, "No, I don't cause any problems."
Yeah.
And then you fucking meet her, and the bitch is fucking has her eyes like this, and she's fucking crazy.
She's fucking evil. Yeah.
And no one's going on Tinder for a relationship.
Oh no.
I just
Some people
wanna
who
fuck
probably
you.
do.
Well, there are people who are going there.
If you are, we gotta have some.
You're in the wrong place.
Yeah, you're in the
Yeah,
wrong.
they're in the wrong
buddy.
place, but they probably are.
Yeah.
They probably are doing that.
There's some sickos.
Speaking of things being wrong, did you guys see that Kanye? We haven't talked about Kanye in a while. Kanye, we missed you, bud.
It was fine.
Oh,
It was
man, it's been
going
a
well.
minute.
Well, all right. Well, first and foremost, Kanye might have his girlfriend or his wife in shackles right now, maybe.
What?
Apparently, she's only allowed to speak when he tells her, and like she has to wear what he wants her to wear and eat what he wants her to eat. Like apparently, he's controlling this woman and like isolating her from her family, and
Yo.
like, and people are like concerned a little bit.
That sounds insane. What is he having her eat? He's like, you can only eat nigiri and like the most bougie, because it's not gonna be
like
shitty
his school.
food.
Did you
Yeah.
see that when like his school
It's
was only
only
serving sushi?
Sushi, yeah.
Well, because if you see her, like lately, Kanye's just
Oh,
been wearing regular shit, and she's wearing the wacky stuff now.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite. She
And
used to be the one wearing the normal stuff.
He's treating her. He's treating her like a project.
Yeah, dude, he had her in the other day, like in a sleeveless turtleneck, but the turtleneck is the size of like a tire. It's huge. The turtleneck goes like up to her ears, and it's like giant. Like the circumcision, the circumference of it is giant. It was like fucking a foot and a half long. And no, but speaking of Kanye,
he's just wilding, bro.
I hope he's not doing anything too crazy. Getting top on that boat, y'all remember that?
That's fine.
He had his ass out.
That's swag.
He was getting top on the fucking.
That's kind of stiff.
That's
Yeah.
swag.
I don't know why people are giving him shit.
That is kind of cool, but cover up more, I guess, Kanye.
Yeah, I don't want to see your ass crack.
He had his butt cheeks out.
Yeah, that was
Hide it more. But he like trademarked a bunch of shit relating to the word use. YEWS, like Jews but with a.
Use.
What do you think his plan is?
He is going to either drop some clothing or an album that's all targeted
Against
towards
Jewish people?
either against or for or something. I think he's gonna try to win the back. I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna quadruple down here. I don't know what's gonna happen.
He needs to just relax, bro.
I can't believe I'm just really curious what his plan is. Like, you do something like that, obviously you have some sort of plan. It must be closed, but if it's not closed, what is it?
I don't want to know what else it is.
But who willingly blows up their career like that? Like, I get he's mentally ill, but how? Like,
He's not blowing up his career. He
He's-
thinks he's doing the right thing. That's the problem.
Well, he still has supporters. Also, the guy's
What?
fucking talented, dude. If he really tries,
is,
he
but
can drop
fuck,
an album.
Man, like you blew up your career. You blew up your life, not your career. Like, your wife divorced you. She
Yeah.
fucked Pete Davidson. Gross.
In front of everybody.
Your kids call Pete Davidson dad. I'm just kidding. They probably didn't do that.
That'd
but,
be foul.
But they were around him, which is fucking weird. I would
Yeah.
not want my kids around that
but
fucking
in his
weirdo.
head, he thinks that he's not wrong. That's the shit, man.
Or maybe he just doesn't
Oh,
care anymore.
man.
Maybe
He cares.
You think this is like a persona? This isn't really Kanye, right?
This is him.
You think so? Like,
living free.
You don't think he's over dramatizing it just a little bit?
I think
He's living his
hopped,
truth.
I think he hopped off the meds and
He's
he has
living
not
his
got back
truth.
on them.
No, he's off the meds and he's just doing whatever.
I think he's heavy off the meds and he's just fucking in a mania.
He's
Damn,
always
dude.
been this guy. It's just certain
It's
things
10.
have to
I
happen.
think it's 10x now.
Yeah.
Certain things have happened that have have expedited it.
And a few Jews out there really fucked him over in the music industry, and he said, "You know
And
what?
he said, "You know what? All Jewish
All
people.
you know
I'm
what?
gonna
You
call
guys
them all
all
out."
fucking suck."
This is fucking, that
Fuck
shit
you.
is so stupid.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder
I
what
hate
the
when
hell
people
he's
do
gonna
that
do.
Ice Cube had a phase where he was doing that in like the 90s, and Ye tried to like throw him out and be like, "Yo, Ice Cube told me about this." And
The
Ice
Jewish
Cube was
thing?
like, yeah. And Ice Cube was like, that was not me.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
I didn't put him on that.
Whoa,
I didn't
whoa,
put him
whoa.
on that wave.
Yeah, because if you make one comment and Kanye tries to pull you into his thing, you gotta quickly,
quickly get
separate
out.
yourself.
Ice Cube was on the podcast the next day saying no.
Dude, I saw Ice Cube on Joe Rogan. I thought he was gonna start making the rounds. He said he was gonna make rounds on podcasts. I was kind
probably
of
will.
curious to.
He was just on Joe Rogan briefly, and
Yeah.
I wish they talked
that
more
basketball
about.
league.
They talked more about. They did talk about MWA briefly, but I wish they talked more about like his career and shit. They talked about the
Yeah.
vaccine for like 45 minutes, which is
yeah, he's
annoying.
Yeah.
That was such a good movie, dude. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Boys in the Hood.
No,
I mean, he's been in a lot of
Boys
good
in the Hood is
movies.
fantastic.
The NWA movie.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
something Compton. What the hell is it?
Straight out of
Straight
Compton.
Straight out of
Yeah,
fucking
that's a good
Compton.
movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie, man.
I dig that.
Yeah.
The actors
Boys in
they
the
got
Hood
to
is
play them are-
fantastic. Yeah.
The actors are pretty like they look like them. Obviously,
Yeah.
Ice Cube's son
Yeah.
is fucking plays him, but the other ones like Dr. Dre and like
Eazy-E,
Eazy-E, they
yeah.
look like the fucking dudes,
It
bro.
just came to my head. The Easy E one didn't really look like him.
For-
but
I thought he
it
looked
was
like
cool.
him, bro.
But he sounded like him.
He sounded like
He
It
sounded
had like
him
his
for
demeanor.
sure.
and
But
shit.
it was funny because Easy E's son was mad that he wasn't in the movie.
Damn. You guys got Ice Cube Kid and not me? What the hell? Yeah, I mean, I
That
actually.
shit was hilarious.
Easy always has the glasses on. I don't know what the hell he looks like. I'm trying to remember.
Nah, he doesn't have
Because
glasses
that
on.
does look like him from what I remember, but I guess I'm wrong.
No, Easy E's a lot more like light skin and his face has a different shape.
The shades and shit. You got the shades on.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
All right, we getting to the end. We need to talk about the Drake album.
Let's do it, man.
I actually didn't listen to a lick of it.
I finished. I think I listened to it twice already.
But let me throw
What do
in
you
real
think?
quick before we talk about that. Earl
Yeah.
Sweatshirt dropped an album, and it was
Not bad.
pretty good.
I haven't listened to
bad.
it. He
But it was a
I'm
tasty
going
one.
to the show.
I need to listen
yeah?
to it.
Yeah.
When's he having a show here?
November 15th.
They got how much were tickets?
Like a little 20, a little 25.
That's
What
real
the
cheap.
fuck?
That's mad cheap.
Oh, dude, they're gonna make a movie about the Alchemist apparently too.
Yeah. They
Oh,
should, bro.
dude.
He's
Producer?
fucking-
I'm gonna
he
buy
is
tickets.
Amazing.
He's an amazing producer.
I'm going to that shit.
So-
But the
so
Drake album,
let's
what's
hear
up
about
with it?
For all the dogs.
What's
all
the
the-
deal? I got a
All
son and he albino. Take my wife to the gyno.
This might be the worst Drake album I've ever heard.
The worst?
The worst one.
Really?
And I'm not a guy. I don't do the this is the worst shit ever. I don't do that stuff, but this is the worst Drake album I've ever heard.
I heard a bit, like a little snippet of one of the songs. It sounded pretty good.
I like 5 of the songs.
I like the J. Cole song just because of J. Cole.
J. Cole song
and
kills
that's
it.
Drake's got
I
a
like
big
the Lil
problem.
Yachty song.
How many songs,
Oh,
Gio?
that song?
How many songs?
23.
It's too long. I'll
That's
give him
the
that.
problem.
It's way too long.
23.
That's just like an hour and 20 minutes. This
Yeah.
is fucking long ass.
He
album.
releases albums like that, and then there are only like 4 of them that are good, and it's hard to even find the 4. So then you just find one, and then you're like, all right, I guess this is it.
My thing with Drake, and it's highlighted on the J. Cole song, is that when it's time to rap, Drake don't rap to nobody.
He just
J.
talks.
Cole was tearing his ass up and told him to come outside, and Drake changed the beat and got scared.
He didn't change
Oh.
the beat, but I kind of like some of his lines. He said one of his lines was like, he named a bunch of girl names. He was like,
That was cute.
Claudine, Pauline,
That was
Charlene. I pack them in my phone like,
Like
they're
sardines.
sardines. That
That
is
was
a
hard.
disgusting
That was
bar.
hard.
That's nice, dude.
But everything J. Cole said got Drake the fuck out of here.
Yeah, J. Cole. I mean, J. Cole's
J.
on another
Cole.
level. You know what I mean?
J.
Like,
Cole was killing his ass the whole
it's not
verse.
fair. It's not fair. J. Cole's on a like when Drake Cole was like me, Drake. He's like me, Aubrey, and Ket. No, come on. I mean, Drake is good, but I would have put him in the conversation with.
But that's a real conversation.
It is. I would say he's in the top something, but he's not on the level of Kendrick and J. Cole, bro.
Let's
You'd
say-
be surprised, bro. People would really disagree with that.
I think he's cold. I think Drake is cold. He has the bars. He has the clever lines, and he has good beats.
Wherever you go, we go. We Yugoslavian.
Oh, that's bad.
Wherever we get checks everywhere we go, we check.
Hey man, they're not all great. They're not all great, but they're
That's
clever,
stupid.
bro. Some of them are clever. man.
I hate to say it, dude. I might have to put Drake in the top 10
I
all
could top 10. I could top 10 Drake.
of
Yeah.
all time, dude.
I could top 10 Drake. Not top 5.
You
not top
can't
5, but top
discredit. Not top.
I can.
I would put him at 8, 9, or 10. But like,
Yeah,
you
he'd go at the
can't
bottom.
discredit his good songs, Joe. He's got some bangers, dude.
10. And he's just such an icon,
He's
bro.
got some heaters.
He's been able to stay around for more than like a decade.
yeah.
And just with every year a banger.
Nobody wants to say it. Nobody wants to say Drake is like a good lyricist because the ghostwriting shit, because of his personality, all these things, because of the lipo, all of it. But
life.
because of BBL.
because of BBL, whatever. But like, you got to admit, he's got some. The guy's had a long career, and it's
Yeah.
been pretty good from the start.
You'd be
Pretty
surprised
fucking
that
good.
Outside of like, I think us, like the world thinks Drake is top 5.
The majority
Yeah,
of the world,
like
yes.
ever.
I agree.
Dude,
Yes,
other
the majority
rappers
of the
will
world
say
does.
that Drake is
Yeah.
like top 5.
But I think
Yeah.
it's purely numbers driven.
it's hard to argue with his success
He's
if you
very
look at it like
successful, man.
that.
Like I also think he's just a talented dude, bro. He can rap, and the singing, like the guy can actually sing. Like he's
Yeah.
not like bullshit. Like he actually has a really nice voice, and he can hit a lot of great notes.
He's just incredibly lazy now. He's just so lazy. Like
Yeah.
it's the same shit. People would like to hype him up because he gets with like the new kids and all that stuff, but he's only doing that because he doesn't have any ideas. He
Yeah.
doesn't do anything new.
I agree with that.
Whoa,
He's been
hold
doing
on.
the same shit for the past 5 years.
I might disagree. He's done some new things because some of his old stuff sounded like more soft. Some of his other stuff sounded like singy. Some of his, sometimes he raps harder. But it sounds, he'll do different voices.
He'll be different people.
He'll do different
Yeah,
accents.
he had a song of
He'll
Bad
mock
Bunny.
it voice.
He had a song of Bad Bunny in the album, and he was rapping in Spanish. That
Bro,
shit was hilarious.
It's so bad.
It's bad.
That
It was
song
just
is so, and it's so
hilarious.
lazy, right? Like it's like you could transition into the Bad Bunny shit a lot better, a lot
Yes.
smoother. All he does is just change the beat out of nowhere, and then Bad Bunny comes in.
I bet you Bad Bunny wrote that shit for him.
Bad Bunny just had that shit, and he was like, "Here, you can have it."
Because
This
the
is
way
one of the ripped up ones from
I
my
was like,
notebook.
it sounds like a Bad Bunny song.
it does
Yeah.
sound like a Bad Bunny song. I was like, bro, Drake does not know Spanish, so somebody had to write this for him. It was probably Bad Bunny. 100% Bad Bunny probably.
Is he
wrote this
rapping
for him.
like Bad Bunny?
I want you to
Yeah,
say
he
my
kind of
watch.
is.
Like Ole Lopo.
Say my watch is from. What do you say? My watch is white or some shit.
I don't know. We'll look it up after this, but it was so
My
fucking
watch
corny.
is,
It was funny though.
Casablanca or some shit.
Yeah.
I was like, bro,
Drake's a little bit insufferable, dude. He's a bit annoying a lot of the time.
Bro, he's the only person I know that can ruin Sexy Red in the song ever.
Do you
we'll
know
get
she-
to this in a second.
She
but-
had a sex tape come out.
Yeah, I
my
did.
friend, my friend was pulling up last night. I was like, stop, gross,
dude.
no, please don't.
Nah, she's not awful looking.
She's not fucking all the tattoos
I don't wanna
and
see
the
that
fucking
when I'm
ugly ass.
outside.
Yeah,
shit.
she looks ugly because of all the other shit, like the I'm not a big fan of the piercings and the tats, but
hey, but teach their
but she's
own.
not a bad
Teach
looking
their
lady
own.
herself.
Yeah,
like, without
very-
all the shit.
Teach their own. Some guys might think that's fucking the shit, but
Yeah.
you never know.
But it's crazy that she released like a full on. I didn't watch it, but like she released a full on sex tape, right? Like
From what
like
she says,
different positions and shit.
Oh my
no,
god.
no. I don't think so.
What is it? Just like a
I think
video
it
of
was
her
just
getting.
like it was like a one little small video.
Because what I saw was her getting fucked missionary, and it was just like her head,
Yeah, I think so.
That's all. But I can
And
only
she-
find the thumbnail.
And she released it from her own shit, right?
She put it on her Instagram
That's
and then deleted it.
Wow.
What do you think that is? You think
Clout.
Well, because before that, like 2 weeks prior, some guy had like went live on her Instagram, and she was like asleep in bed, like he had just fucked her.
That's creepy.
You think this guy put that up there and she found out and deleted it? Like, what the hell
I
did
just
you do?
think
Or you think she did it on purpose?
I think that's what. I think that she's messing with like people that are a little weird.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna say it.
I mean, if you're fucking a celebrity, you can't do that. What's wrong with you?
That's
Yeah.
bad.
That's like when
Hike-
the kids like in school they're fucking the teacher and they tell everybody. It's like you just blew up your own spot.
Everybody
you
does
idiot.
it. All the video. I mean, you seen the videos and pictures. Justin Bieber in bed with prostitutes, and they're like taking a fucking selfie with him.
Yeah.
The same thing happened with Conor McGregor with some ugly ass
One
bitch in
guy that
London.
should not be fucking prostitutes is Justin Bieber, bro.
JB with some
JB.
prostitutes.
I think
dude.
he was like in Brazil or Puerto Rico or some shit, and he was asleep like Gio on his little tummy. He's on his little tummy, and
Little
that,
That's how you
White
know
butt
Coochie was
cheeks.
fire.
and that
Yeah,
bitch was
it's true.
smiling. She was like a picture of Justin Bieber
laid out Justin Bieber.
after she put his ass to sleep.
I feel like every artist goes through that phase where a girl takes a picture of them
Yeah.
and they don't know how to get rid of their phones.
Justin Bieber doesn't have sex, dude. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend like he didn't pay those ladies. He's like, I'm gonna pretend to be asleep, take a picture of me. I can't imagine Justin Bieber.
Nah,
having
Justin
sex,
Bieber's
dude.
fucking, bro.
Not
Justin
no
Bieber
lady.
is fucking.
He's
But
probably fucked like 10,000
Maybe a little
women.
later boy.
you think he's fucking lady boys?
A little later boy.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Jerking him off
I
while
think
he
he's
fucking.
I think he's a straight Christian boy.
You think he's a?
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
He's
what does
super
that mean?
fucking
What does
like
that-
religious, bro. He hangs
Oh,
out with his priest all the damn time.
You don't think Justin Bieber's experimented with a few?
I think he's experimented, but
penises?
I don't think he's currently gay.
Oh, currently.
Maybe at one point for a
Maybe at
month
one
or
point
two.
he sucked a dick or I'm sure he's probably had his dick sucked by a dude.
You make enough money, you go gay for a month or two, see how it
Yeah,
goes.
for funsies.
They all probably do it. They probably all got so tired of fucking chicks.
Man,
they're
John
like,
Lennon
let me
was
try
gay.
it. John Lennon?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fuck his manager.
He fucked his manager. Who told you that? Though his manager?
John Lennon said it.
He fucked his manager.
He said that we had a little excursion for a weekend. I'm deep into like the Beatles history right now, so I've been learning crazy shit.
So what'd you learn?
That him and his manager was fucking.
Did you learn that Paul died and was replaced by another Paul?
Yeah,
that's
that was so silly.
That's a stupid rumor.
Oh, like a clone shit.
Yeah, but it was funny enough about like the Beatles. Like high key, Paul McCartney ran that bitch.
It's not even, bro. I
don't
watched
know
the
enough about
documentary, the Let It Be shit.
Yeah,
Bro, he was yelling at their ass.
he's the manager. He pretty much ran the band. Like whatever he decided
he
what
was
would
like,
happen.
George, you play like shit. Not like that, but he was like, George, you need to hurry the fuck up.
When's
George
the last time you cut your hair, George? We've all got the bow cut wet.
George is very,
Spraggles.
George is very like the hippy dippy like relax.
He was just chilling. Him and Ringo were just chilling the whole
They
time,
were
right?
super.
Bro,
Ringo was
Ringo-
he was a goofball, right?
I didn't
Ringo?
hear Ringo say a word the whole documentary, bro.
I thought he was supposed to be like a goofball of the group.
He's silly, but he just be chilling in the cut.
And
That's
then
cool.
And John Lennon seems like the ego, fucking like the whole world revolves around me.
No,
Dude,
John Lennon was the one that was really like a goofy boy.
For
He
real?
was really silly,
Interesting.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'd be Ringo in
it's a-
that situation.
It's a
dude.
long ass documentary though, but it's interesting.
What's it on?
Disney.
Disney Plus?
Disney.
Fucking
Yeah.
Disney.
It goes
Plus.
over the
Fuck
last
you
album.
guys, Disney Plus. Dude, I just got kicked out of my uncle's Netflix.
Damn,
Oh,
that's
you
tough.
fell
The
for it.
password
They're doing
sharing.
it. They're
You fell
doing
for
Are you
it.
gonna pay for your own?
No.
Damn.
And
watch
they're
it on
raising
your
the price
phone.
soon.
Ah, it's tough. You're
Just
gonna
watch
be
it on your
Netflix.
phone.
I mean, I can watch it on my Xbox illegally, but like I've lost.
No, I'm telling you, watch it on your phone or on a computer.
And it works?
Yes, it works.
Yeah,
So it's only devices that are
I don't
connected
think
to
they've
what.
cracked down on phones yet, but for
Wait,
sure, like TVs.
It's
there's-
impossible to do a phone. 'cause
But if
it's
I'm
like-
connected to my home Wi-Fi on my phone, do they know?
they don't know.
Because if I'm using my,
I'm telling you, they don't know.
all right.
We don't need to explain it so they don't get any more.
But I will
That's
tell you
true.
guys.
We don't, we don't need to give
I will
any
tell you guys,
ideas.
they are working on cracking down on the phones too.
Yeah, they are, and
They're
other
working
streaming
on it.
services are too.
All of them.
HBO's also
Max
doing it.
is talking
Hulu.
about it.
it would be
They're all
it
doing
would be impossible to do phones because it's like if I'm traveling, what I'm gonna do?
Gio, they're
Yeah.
gonna do it.
There ain't no damn way.
They're gonna do it.
I gotta tell them when I'm traveling.
You talking about in app?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna crack down on phones too.
So then that
They've
would
talked
mean
about it.
that would mean
They've
you
talked
have
about
to
Well, they
have
can
your
keep
phone
on yapping
connected.
about it.
Until you do it. No, dude, that's what I
It's
said, and
coming
then
down
they
the
actually
pipe.
did it.
The password sharing. They said we're gonna do it. They fucking did it. Now
It
they're
took 'em
gonna
a
do
while,
this.
but
it
they
took 'em a
did
while. They did it.
But it's still easy to.
How would they know with your phone? Like that would mean that your phone would have to be connected to your home Wi-Fi. But what if you don't want to connect your phone to your home Wi-Fi? You
Aha.
should use unlimited.
I think regardless of that, I think it's just by account. Like if somebody signs into this account, it's gonna be on the account basis, not
No,
like
no,
Wi-Fi.
it's like home basis. Like if a bunch of devices are connected to your home Wi-Fi, they're good.
Yeah.
But if you're outside of your home Wi-Fi, that's when it's like either change your home Wi-Fi or like there's options at the bottom.
Put like I'm traveling.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
you
you're
can
just
put
gonna
a-
have to hit I'm traveling.
But if you
At
do
all
I'm traveling,
times.
it's gonna send you. It's gonna send whoever has the shit a code.
code.
Yeah. So it's a
Sick.
whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
You can't
Well,
do it.
I already have one screen only, so me and my mom we be talking every time that we're using it. So it's, all right. It's been going well for a year.
I'll let you know when I'm. Yeah. You gotta fucking.
They gonna get you soon,
back
bro.
and
They
forth.
ain't gonna get me.
They're
bro.
gonna
I'm
get you
too-
real soon.
I'm too slippery.
They're gonna
I'm
get you
too
before the end of this year.
slippery.
You're gonna
Too
you're gonna get that little message. You're gonna be like, oh fuck.
Don't
I
get
ain't
their
paying
dirty
attention.
red hands on you.
And
Joe.
everybody's raising their prices.
Yup.
Bro, Max is gonna fucking. They're gonna have to see me.
Max is like $17.99.
Is it really?
It's like
Yes.
either 16 or 17.99. How fucking crazy is that?
wrong.
And Netflix is like 17.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Netflix
like-
is going up too.
All right, dude. Like this is all fun and games. I know that this is where the world was going. Streaming services, you're gonna
Take
have
me
like
back.
5. But bro, this is out of control.
Yeah.
This is too much money. I can't I can afford it, but like I don't want to spend $80 a month on 4 streaming services.
But they're
It's
just trying to
fucking
get their
stupid.
money back, bro.
Trying to
That's
get their
all it
bag
is.
up. out
They
of
don't want
them,
to pay
man.
those fucking writers, dude, or those actors.
Oh,
No, they,
hell no.
well, they settled the writers one. Now they're trying
Not
to
the
they're trying to
actors.
appease the actor. So you know,
The actors one is the one they're never really gonna.
interest,
that's a
interesting and
tough one.
stuff. I was talking to my cousin, who's an actor. He's like an agent and everything, right?
An October.
And I was asking him like about the strike and shit. Did you guys know that if you're an actor and you're not in their guild or league or whatever, you still can't accept work?
Yeah.
Because if you do, they'll blacklist you once you try and go back into like being in the guild eventually.
What do y'all think about
So
that?
That's fucked up. Like if I'm not in
Yeah.
No,
your guild,
hell no. It's a great thing.
But
fuck
those
that,
are-
bro. If I'm not in your guild, why the fuck can't I work?
Bro,
Also,
fuck-
those are the people who
I'm-
are probably suffering the most. Like they need the work right now.
I swear to God, it's so easy to sign up for the guild. There's somebody on every set that has the paper that's like, yo, just sign it.
I see where you're coming from, though, also, Gio, because then they
'Cause
can
you-
replace them with those people, and then it's
Exactly.
like it defeats the whole
You have to
purpose.
make a real effort to not sign up for the
I
guild.
guess you got to be
Yeah.
in solidarity, but
Like Drew Barrymore.
you know
she
what?
got in
You know
trouble.
what doesn't pay the bills? Solidarity doesn't pay the bills.
It's,
Yeah.
They try to. They try to help you out.
Well,
I promise you, they trying to help everybody out.
guys,
They're
I
doing it for
can't
the
wait
greater
months for rent. It's like, just
Yeah,
wait,
man.
Just
Just
tell
wait,
your
just
landlord,
wait.
hang
Tell
on one more month, where
But-
they're gonna settle it.
good. So
Yeah.
that's why the people at the top of like the acting trees are like, we'll help pay for the rent and we'll fund
Are
all
they
the
for real?
shit.
That's real as fuck if they
Yeah.
are.
They've been doing that the whole time.
Dude, they were doing some thing where they were like, it was like services or whatever. Like you could rent. I don't fucking know. Zach Galifianakis, and he would like Zoom FaceTime you for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you pay him like 10 grand. It was like bidding. It was like auctions for
Interesting. I
services.
for some reason don't like like shit like Cameo. I don't have a desire to
to hear them talk.
hear
I
or
don't
really
either.
even meet some of
Yeah.
these people. Like for instance, like last week I saw the comedian Ari Shaffir walking down the street,
yeah.
and I just went
Pretty
up to him. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, can I get
Should
a
have
picture?
pointed him towards the trash can.
You don't like Ari?
Nah, he's
Yeah.
funny. Bro.
I don't love Ari, but I like Ari.
Fuck that motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't
The
love
Kobe
him. but
joke?
I hate him.
It's
The Kobe
it's
joke.
the Kobe joke that got him.
I
Piece of
never
shit.
understood how everyone got so upset about that.
What do you mean?
It's not nice to joke about dead people, but we do it all the time
It's
on this
clearly, it's
podcast.
clearly he's joking.
he was not
bro.
joking.
We joked about those Ocean Gate people
Y'all
before
did.
we even
Y'all
found out they
did.
were dead.
Y'all did.
Joe, you know you,
You
were
were
laughing at them.
joking all the
there.
time.
Joe, you know you were laughing
You
at
were
those
laughing
guys.
hard, if not joking too. Come on, bro.
I mean,
but I will say it was
it's different.
distasteful. I love Kobe, so it was distasteful.
yeah, because Kobe's a nice guy, and his kid was.
and the way he did,
And he
yeah,
also
all of it
drugs
is wrong.
people.
It's wrong.
He did drug Burt Kreischer.
Oh, he did
But
drug
still,
Burt Kreischer, yeah.
whatever. I can forgive.
No,
those
he
things.
seems like a piece of shit, but not like an evil person. But the joke was too much because it's Kobe, dude. It's like the
Every time I see
guy's
the guy-
daughter was with him. It's fucked. It's
I
kind
know,
of fucked.
Every time I see the guy, nothing good is attached to him.
It is that's why I don't really like him. Like I like Ari, and I've like some of his bits are good and stuff like that. I like him like in some of the interviews, but if you sometimes like it's too much. Like the shock factor is too. But
It's
that's
too
been his
far.
thing since the
He
beginning.
has his audience though. You know what I
He
mean?
has
Like
his
it's not for me, but sometimes I find him funny. But like he has his audience. But it's, going back to my point is like I don't really have like I'm not seeking these people out. But if I see them, I'll be like, oh hey, cool. Like
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get a pic with them. I'm like, hey, can I get a pic? Or I'll just say what's up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was talking to my coworker. She told me she's from Illinois, and she was saying that her and her friend were at some benefit one time. And they saw Michael Jordan,
That's
Oh.
fine.
and they went up to him. And like they were like, oh my god, like MJ, and they asked him for a picture, and he's
Hell
like,
no.
nah, I can't give a picture, but like it's nice to meet you guys, and he like
Yeah.
ruffled their fucking hair, and that
Oh,
was
that's
it.
cute.
Well, because if you think about it, dude, there's got to be people whose whole job is to try to get autographs from celebrities. Like they live in LA just getting and selling them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's
Of
like,
course.
how annoying would it be if this all the time people are bothering you? You give out autographs and you see all these autographs on the internet. Like, bro, fuck these guys.
And
Like,
think about it, it's like I'm at a benefit, so if I take a picture with you, I gotta take a picture with everybody here.
I would
Also-
tell them, tell me an obscure fact about myself if you're a real fan, and then I'll give you the
And
autograph.
also, MJ just never been a kids guy, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, it was
always
kids.
He's
It was-
always been like a
Fuck them kids,
fuck them
bro.
kids, fuck them kids kind of guy.
Fuck them kids.
I've seen video of MJ on vacation in Mexico at a resort, and he was dunking on some kids who were playing
Bro,
basketball
he don't
on the
give
court.
a fuck, man.
Well, Michael
Yeah.
Jordan might be my favorite human being ever. He's very close to being my favorite player.
I hate the argument. People are like, he's not the great. To me, he is the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't. I'm not gonna accept any other answer.
I don't know
He's
enough.
the greatest, bro.
Even the stories around him are just iconic.
It's just legendary,
I
bro.
just
Everything
love him.
around him, like, and if just his mentality, like hearing him speak, like this guy. There's not many people who have been the greatest ever at something. You know what I mean? Like when you hear him, you're like, wow, like this person achieved like the highest feats of
Yeah.
something, like in any discipline, like it's basketball in this instance. Like
I heard
that's an
somebody-
amazing thing.
Somebody said he might be the greatest person to do any job ever.
Quite
And I
possibly.
was like, bro,
That's bold.
That's kind of fire.
That's bold, but maybe.
I don't know, man.
He's
Let me
the
put
shit.
my nose where it doesn't belong because I don't know anything about basketball. But hasn't athleticism changed a little bit? LeBron is
But I
pretty
will say,
fucking good, dude. Went to his home city and got him a fucking title first try.
It has changed.
It's
but,
impressive,
like,
man. He's the oldest NBA player right
the
now.
game
It's
is
impressive.
softer now. Like there's not as
No,
much
other way
hard
around, isn't it?
defense.
Even-
nah, the
even
game
when-
is much
yeah,
softer
yeah,
now.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
not as
when
hard
MJ
defense
came in the
played.
league, like the league was bigger. Like everyone was like 7 foot tall, and like they were saying a shooting guard could never run the league,
Yeah.
and he fucking did. And he changed all that shit. Even in the 90s, everyone was still bigger than him in size, but he was still just better.
That's true. You don't see as many huge guys now. You see a lot of like agile, taller guys, but they're like agile.
Yeah.
They're not so much like bodies, like big brick walls.
Or you have to be Jokic or
Yeah,
something.
they have to
Yeah.
be like flexible. They can't be big and like not able. Like if you're big, you have to be able to shoot threes, and you have to be able to like actually dribble and have like
Yeah.
decent handling and shit. You know?
Yeah, set pick. Like you have to be quick on your feet. You can't just be a big dude out there.
There's no
who's-
more like Yao Ming style
only-
players,
it's-
bro.
Yeah.
Jokic is the only guy that gets away with it. And he's fucking tall and fat.
He looks so clumsy, but they go in.
I don't know why they...
They go in. He shoots some crazy shit
I wish I was a
sometimes.
coach, bro. So I would just be like, bro, run at his big ass.
Yeah.
Make him run up and down the court.
You guys hurt him, and you hurt him quick.
You
hurt
hurt
him
that
quick.
motherfucker.
You get him out of the
Elbow him in the
game
ribs.
fast. Yeah.
Those guys must get tired quickly though, bro, because they're 7 foot something,
Yeah. And he plays in Denver.
and they're in Denver, and they're big. They're like hundreds of pounds, right? They're probably 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do they not? Maybe just from training, they have good stamina. I don't know. Like, I would think they'd get tired really quickly, just
For
because
sure.
your heart requires so much more to pump all that blood from like your toes all the way up to your fucking brain. You know
They
what
do
I mean?
look exhausted after the game.
Yeah.
Like, Joel Embiid looks like he about to die every time he comes off the court.
I just
He
people
does,
are
bro. He be sitting sad as hell on those
Sad.
chairs sometimes.
it's too goddamn tall, bro.
Yeah.
The legs must hurt like a
It,
motherfucker.
it becomes probably an inconvenience. Yeah, the
Oh,
knee,
bro.
the knees are not
you ever
meant
stand
to.
up for too long with your legs
Hell
locked?
no. Yeah,
Imagine
bro.
doing that at 7 foot. or
Your
6
knees
foot
are
8.
probably screaming.
Yeah.
Man.
Jumping around and shit.
Fucking knee.
His poor knees, dude.
Man,
That's what gets them all.
Yeah, that's what gets them all.
The knees gets them all.
Knees gets them all, guys.
Yeah. All right, that's a good note to end on, boys.
Jesus.
Careful with your knees. Stretch them out, guys.
Yeah,
For
give
real,
some
stretch
stretches.
every day.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Hour 11. Why? Man said cut that beginning part.